Hello dear students, this is IGCSE June 2024 paper 2H. So we done already up to question number 14. This is our part 2. We're going to start with question number 15. Question number 15 says make G the subject. So how are we going to make G the subject? Let's see how we're going to make G the subject. So make G the subject is equals to E is equals to root 7G plus 5 or 11 plus 2G. How are we going to get rid of this square root? If we take square on both sides, we can get rid of square root. So let's see. We do e squares here. So the square and square root cancel out. So we'll have left with 7g plus 5 over 11 plus 2g. Okay. We need to make g the subject. Now we can expand with 11 plus 2g. So we're going to multiply both sides 11 plus 2g. So that becomes e square bracket 11 plus 2g is equals to 7g plus 5. Okay. Now we can expand with e squares bracket 11 plus 2g. So it becomes 11 e squares plus 2 e squares g is equals to 7g plus 5. Okay. Now we're going to collect the g terms, right? We're going to collect all the g terms. So we're going to bring 7g on that side and 11 e squares on that side. We're going to bring this one on that side and 11 e squares on that side. Okay. So we left over here 2 e squares g minus 7g is equals to 5 minus 11 e squares. Okay. We're just collecting the like terms. We are collecting the like terms g. Why are we collecting the g terms? Because we need to make g the subject. Now we're going to factorize with g. So we end up with 2 e squares minus 7 is equals to 5 minus 11 e squares. Okay. Now we're going to divide both sides by 5 minus 11 e squares. So we're going to divide both sides by 2 e squares minus 7. So we will be left with only g. So g is equals to 5 minus 11 e squares over 2 e squares minus 7. This is 4 mark questions, and your total marks, if you done 15 questions correctly, so your total scores becomes 58. Okay, if we go like total marks from paper 1 and paper 2, around 60 marks in both papers, so your total score is, your grade is 5 for both papers, but this is, we're talking about only one paper. If you done up to question number 15, so your total score is 58. Okay, now we're going to look at the second part. It says show the inequality 3y squares plus 4y minus 32 is greater than 0. Show your working clearly. How are we going to solve this one? Okay, so we have 3y squares and we need to, let's see our product. Our product is equals to 3 times minus 32, that gives us minus 96. Okay, what is our sum? Our sum is 4y. We're looking for two numbers that gives us minus 96 and that gives us plus 4. So 12 times 8 is 96. 12 times 8 is 96, but we need over here plus, so that will be plus, that will be minus. So 12 minus 8, that gives us plus 4, and 12 times minus 8 gives us minus 96. Okay, so we go our numbers. So we're going to write down here 3y squares plus 4y minus 32 is greater than 0, and 3y squares, we're going to replace 4y with plus 12y minus 8y minus 32 is greater than 0. So we're going to factorize this 3y. So y plus 4. Okay, so we expand it, you'll get 3y squares and 12y. And here we can expand with minus 8. So we will get over here minus 8 divided by 8y. So you get y. And because we're taking minus common, so that becomes plus, and 4 is greater than 0. So what our factors are? 3y minus 8 and y plus 4 is greater than 0. Let's find out the y values from there. So 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. So y is equals to plus 8 over 3. Let's see from the other side, y plus 4 equals to 0. So y is equals to minus 4. So we know that all the numbers, whatever the y value is, our answer must be positive, like greater than 0. Okay, so we have two values. So what we're going to choose over here, we're going to choose y is less than minus 4 and y is greater than 8 over 4. So then we get a positive value. If we want to check, if we substitute any values greater than minus 4, we will get a negative answer. But we don't need a negative answer because we need our value over here greater than 0. So this is our final solution. If I put over here, for example, y is less than minus 4. If we put over here 5 over here, so what you will get? So 3 times 5 square is 25 plus 4 times y is 20 minus 32 is greater than 0. So that becomes 75 plus 20 minus 32 is greater than 0. Definitely it's positive, and this one is positive value, and this is greater than 0 because we use minus 5 value over. We use plus 5 value here. But this is valid for y is less than minus 4. Okay, let's move on to our next question, number 16. Okay, so question number 16 is a bit tricky question. 16 are students, so we know the total number is 60. So the total number is 60, and if they like to attend workshop for knitting, for photography and embroidery. Okay, so there are three options. 9 choose knitting, photography and embroidery. So 9 of the students, they choose everything. Okay, so let's see, 9 goes in the middle, so this line is done. 17 choose knitting and photography, so we're gonna do 17 minus 9 is 8. This is knitting and photography. So 17 minus 9. Let me show you how we did this one. 17 minus 9 is equals to 8. So we go over here 8. So this line is done as well. So 16 choose photography and embroidery. So this is photography and embroidery. So we go here 16 minus 9 is equals to 7 here. Okay, this line is gone as well. Now it's 20 choose knitting and embroidery. Knitting and embroidery. So we got over here 11. Okay, now 28 choose photography. So we need to make the whole circle of photography 28. So we can write down here 4 to make it 28. And 39 choose embroidery. So if we add all of these values, so they should add up to 39. We can now add over here 12. Okay, 2 choose none of the workshops. So 2 goes over here. Okay, what's the total number was? Let's see, the total number was 60. Okay, so the total number of students are 60. So we need to make this one is 60. So we're gonna add over here 7 to make it 60. All the numbers are 60. So if you just complete this Venn diagram, you get easily 3 marks. Okay, let's move on to the next part. It says one of the students is chosen at random, given that this student choose photography. How many students choose photography? So we just got over here. Photography is 28. So the base is 28. Okay, so what we are looking for now, the base is 28. Find the probability that the student also choose knitting. How many students choose knitting? 8 plus 9 is 17. So the fraction becomes 17 over 28. Okay, the next one is number of the elements P intersection K. P intersection K. So photography and knitting is K dash, I think. Yeah, so P intersection K dash. So K dash means not K, so we're gonna remove this one. We're gonna put our hand on K, so it means not K. So we left with over here 4, 7, 12 and 2, and then intersection with P. So what is intersection with P? So we go here 4, 7, 8 and 9. So what is common between them? 4, 7, 4, 7. 4 plus 7 is 11. So we're going to write down here just 11. Okay, now the next one we have P union E. If we do P union E, So P union E would be here, all of the circles. So that becomes 51, right? Because 7 minus 2 is 9. So 51. And what we are looking for, intersection with K. Intersection with K. So we go here, 11 plus 9 is 20. 20 plus 8 is 28. So that number is 28. This is only 1 mark question. Okay, we're done up to question number 16. That's easy question, isn't it? Let's see question number 17. You will be surprised to know. So we have covered so far 68 marks. Okay, that's good. The question number 17 say Q is directly proportional to square root of D. Okay, so let's write down here. Q is directly proportional to square root of D. Let's write down this equation. Q is equals to K square root of D. Q value is 4.5 and K value and D value is 324. Okay, now we're going to find out the K value. So we're going to do 4.5 divided by square root of 324 is equals to K. And we go over here, K is equals to 0.25. What's the question say? Find the formula for Q in terms of D. What's the K value? Is this one. So we're going to substitute back in the equation 0.25 square root of D. So this is easy 3 mark questions. If you're done up to question number 17, you're able to get 71 marks, guys. 71 marks is a good grade. If you go in both papers, 107 marks from according to June 2024, this is grade 7. If we go up to in both papers, June 2024 grade boundary, 84 marks give you grade 6. It means you need to get 42 marks in each paper to get grade 6. Okay, let's move on to number 18. Number 18 says the straight line P has the equation 5y plus 2x is equals to 7. Find the gradient of a straight line that is perpendicular to P. How are we going to do that? So we're going to convert this equation into the form y is equals to mx plus c. So we have equation 5y plus 2x is equals to 7. So we're going to move 2x on the other side, so sign becomes minus 2x plus 7. And now we're going to divide everything by 5. So we go over here, minus 2 over 5x plus 7 over 5. So what's the gradient of this line? So the gradient is equals to minus 2 over 5. Now what we are looking for, find the gradient of the straight line that is perpendicular to this. So the equation, the gradient of our perpendicular line would be, so change the sign so that becomes plus and then 5 over 2. Okay, we just write down plus, change the sign and flip the fractions, so the gradient of the perpendicular line will be 5 over 2. Okay, so this is 2 marks simple question and your total score so far is 73 marks. Okay, let's see question number 19. Question number 19 says G is equals to C over 2F minus 3H and C is equals to 8 correct to the nearest whole number. So let's write down C as R. C is equals to 7.5, lower bound, this is 8, and upper bound is 8.5. Let's see the letter F. So we have 6.62, so that becomes 6.615, correct to 2 decimal places. This is 6.62, so the upper bound becomes 6.625 because we're adding 0.005 and subtracting 0.005 as well. And the next letter we have 1.2, so correct to 1 decimal place, so 1.15 and 1.25. Okay, we got all the lower bound and upper bound. But what we're looking for here, let's see first. So we're looking for G. What are the lower bound of the G? So lower bound of G is equals to lower bound of C and then upper bound of F minus 3H, and H will be lower bound because that's minus. Okay, so this is the situation we're going to use. Now we're going to implement, we're going to substitute the values in there. What's the C value we're looking for? Lower bound. What's the lower bound value of C is 7.5. Okay, then 2, and what we said over here, we're going to use f value upper bound. What's the upper bound value of f? 6.625 minus 3. For h value, what we're going to do, we're going to use lower bound. What's the lower bound is 1.15. We're going to remember this. If you're looking for lower bound, there's going to be lower bound divided by upper bound, and if it's a minus, then you're going to use the lower bound again. If you put everything in the calculator, you simply get 0.765. That is your lower bound value. Give your answer correct to 3 decimal places. So this is 0.765, 3 decimal places. I think this is really simple 3-mark question. So there is no hard question so far. So if you have completed question number 19, let me tell you your total marks would be 76 marks up to here. Okay, let's move on to question number 20. So question number 20 says, given that k is equals to x minus y and x is equals to 1 over 4y, express 5k over k plus 2 in the form of this. Okay, so we are expressing this one 5k. So 5k means 5 and k means x minus y. Yeah, so that becomes 5k and k value is x minus y and the denominator is x plus 2. So we just substitute k value is x minus y. We substitute 5, k is x minus y over x plus 2. Okay, and now then we have given x value is 1 over 4y. Let's remove this one. I don't want to confuse you with this. So then we have 5 value becomes, what's the x value we got over here? So the x value is 1 over 4y. Okay, 1 over 4y minus y over, what's the x value is again? 1 over 4y plus 2. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to simplify. How are we going to simplify? We're going to make the whole denominator 5 bracket 1 minus, if we make the denominator same, so that becomes 4y squares over 4y. Okay, and then we have a big denominator, so 1 plus 4 times 2 is 8y over 4y. So 4y and 4y cancel out. Okay, so what we're left with now, let's write down on that side. So we're left with 5 bracket 1 minus 4y squares over 1 plus 8y. Okay, because they both have same denominator, we just cancel them out. So now we're going to expand them. So 5 times 1 is 5 minus 20y squares over 1 plus 8y. Look, this is the answer, final answer, where a, b, c and d are integers. For example, a value is 5, b value is 20 and c value is 1 and d value is 8. So we have converted 5k over x plus 2, this is 5k over x plus 2 into this form. So this is our final answer. And this is how many marks? This is 3 marks and your total marks so far is 79 marks. Not bad. Okay, let's move on to question number 21. Question number 21 says the diagram shows a square ABCD and a circle. Okay, so ABCD, so ABCD is a square and a circle inside a square. The side of the squares are tangent to the circle. So this is a tangent to the circle. The total area of the shaded region is 80 centimeters squared. What does that mean? Area of a squares minus area of a circle is equals to 80 centimeters squares. Work out the length of AC. We're looking for AC, this one, and give your answer to 3 significant figures. So first of all, what's the area? So imagine this is in the middle and this is a radius. Okay, so what will be the length and width? This is also radius. So the length is 2r and the width is also 2r. So what's the area of the square? So area of the square will be 2r times by 2r. Okay, minus area of a circle is pi r square is equals to 80. Okay, because we don't know anything yet. We don't know what is r. We have no idea what is r. We're just going to use this information. So 2r times by 2r becomes 4r squares minus pi r square is equals to 80. Okay, now we're going to simplify this one. If you make r squared the subject, so you're left with 4 minus pi is equals to 80. Now we're going to divide both sides by 80 over 4 minus pi, and then you're going to take a square root of this one to get rid of square. So r, if you put everything in the calculator, you will get over here r is equals to 9.65. So we got the value of r, right? So the radius is 9.65. If the radius is 9.65, so the radius is 9.65. But this length DC is 2r, so 2r will be 9.65 times by 2, so the length DC would be 19.3. Yeah. So if you find out the length of AC, what we're going to do, because we know that this is r square, so this makes our right angle triangle. So this length is 19.3, this is 19.3, and this is our hypotenuse. This is right angle, the opposite side is hypotenuse. So we are actually looking for hypotenuse square. So we're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem over here. So to find out AC, what we're going to do, 19.3 squares plus 19.3 squares and take our square root. If we use our square root, so you will get over here 27.3, because the question says give your answer correct to 3 significant figure. So your correct significant figure will be 27.3. Okay, so this is your final answer, 27.3. Let's write down the final answer in the answer sheet, 27.3 centimeter. So we've done question number 21, and this is 5-mark question. Okay, so we done before 79 plus 5, so that gives us 84 marks. Not bad. So that question is not hard so far. Okay, let's move on to question number 22. Question 22 is also looks simple. The straight line L has equation this, so the curve C has equation this. Find the coordinates of the points where L and C intersect. For example, if we have a curve like this and you have a line like this, so they're meeting at these 2 points. Okay, the question says find the coordinates of the point where the line and the curve intersect. So we have this point A and this is point B, and we need to write down the coordinates of xy and the coordinate of xy as well, and we're done. But how are we going to do this one? Okay, so let's see. For the first equation we have x plus y is equals to 5. So x would be from here 5 minus y. Okay, now we're going to use the second equation. 2x squares plus 3y squares is equals to 210. Now we're going to sub in x values in this equation. So we will get 5 minus y whole squares plus 3y squares is equals to 210. Okay, now we're going to expand the bracket. This is a squares, so 25 minus 10y plus y squares plus 3y squares is equals to 210. Now we're going to expand with 2, so that becomes 50 minus 20y plus 2y squares plus 3y squares is equals to 210. Now we're going to simplify. Okay, so if you simplify, so we have 2y squares plus 3y squares, so you will get 5y squares minus 20y. If you bring minus 210 plus 50, so you will get minus 160 equals to 0. If we divide everything by 5, so you end up having y squares minus 4y minus 32 equals to 0. Now we need to find our two factors that gives us minus 32 and minus 4. So y and y minus 8 plus 4. and we got the two values of y from here. So y value is y is equals to 8 and y is equals to minus 4. Okay, we got two values of y. Now we need to get two values of x as well. So let's use the simple equation x plus y is equals to 5 when y is equals to minus 4. When y is equals to minus 4, so what we will get? X minus 4 is equals to 5. So x is equals to 9. So the coordinates are 9 minus 4. The first coordinate is done. X is 9 and y is minus 4. Okay, now we're going to use the second one as y is equals to 8. So if y is equals to 8, so x plus y is equals to 5. So x plus 8 is equals to 5. So what we will get, x is equals to 5 minus 8 is minus 3. So what's the coordinate? Minus 3 and 8. So this is the coordinate of the second point. We're just going to write down our coordinates. What's the first one is minus 3 and 8. The second one is 9 and minus 4. Let's check it we put correctly. Minus 3 and 8 and x is 9 and minus 4. This is 5-mark question actually, guys. This is simple. Look, we just equate them and find the y value and substitute in the x values, and this is 5-mark questions. Okay, let's see question number 23. How many marks is it? This is 3 marks and looks very simple as well. So it says give your answer in the form 5 to the power of w, where w is an expression in terms of x. Show each stage of your working clearly. So can we write it down 6 as 6.5? What do you think? 6 times 5 times, can we write down 25 as 5 squares? Okay, so that becomes 5 to the power of 2 times 2x becomes 4x plus 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. So now we have 180. How we can write it down? 180. So that gives us, if you look at the square number, so that will gives you 6 root 5. If you use your calculator, that will give you 6 root 5 and then 5 to the power of 1 over 2 times by 4x plus 9. Okay, 4x plus 9. Now we can clearly see that 6 and 6 cancel out. So we left with 5 to the power of 4x plus 15. What's the power of 5 over here? 1. So that becomes 5 to the power of 4x plus 15. Okay, that makes sense. So 5 to the power of 4x plus 15. Now we're going to look at the second thing. So we have over here 5 to the power of 1 over 2 times 5 to the power of 4x divided by 2 is 2x plus 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Okay, so that becomes 4.5. Now we're going to add the power. So we have 5 to the power of 4x plus 15. Now we're going to add the denominator. So 5 to the power of 1 over 2 plus 4.5. So that becomes 5 to the power of 2x plus 5. Okay, now we're going to simplify the power. So everything has a power of 5. So we can write it down 5 to the power of 4x plus 15 minus 2x minus 5. So that becomes 5 to the power of 2x plus 10. And the question says write down, give your answer in the form 5 to the power of w. And w is, what is our w value is? 2x plus 10. Okay, 2x plus 10. Let's write down clearly. So 2x plus, need to change every time, 2x plus 10 is the final answer. Okay, so this is 5 to the power of 2x plus 10 and w value is 2x plus 10. So this is question number 23 and this is 3-mark question, guys. Not bad, easy question.